It's a Gundam!
Super Draco here, and welcome back to It's a Gunpla, the show whose name I didn't think up very well. So, we're going to continue with GaoGaiGar, Stealth Gao. So, honestly, my head's kind of not in this one because I'm very, very confused. I got a community guideline strike on Bismarck Pack 2 Complete for hate speech. And I'm really, really confused that I got a community guideline strike for hate speech on a video that has no speech. It is literally a 15-second video just showing the forward deck of the Bismarck and the Arado aircraft. And the only thing I can figure is that I got hit with the guideline strike because the Arado aircraft has an Iron Cross on it. And as I sent to YouTube in my appeal, if the Iron Cross is really a problem, then, West Coast choppers use that as part of their branding forever. And Triple H from the WWE had it on his ring gear, on his Titantron entrances. He had it all over. So why am I getting a community guideline strike? And furthermore, it's just like, I'm nobody. I don't get it. Did somebody just scroll through my videos and just report it, or did the algorithm just decide that I needed to suffer? Either way, I've appealed it. My appeal was denied, and I'm currently communicating with Team YouTube, and we're going to see what happens. I doubt I'll get any satisfaction, but who knows? Sometimes I get lucky. So anyway, talking about GaoGaiGar, or Stealth Gao. So, as you no doubt can see on the instructions, the engine pods for Stealth Gao contain GaoGaiGar's hands. And it's one of them cool things. Again, I always reference the Solar Chogokin because it did so much cool stuff. The Solar Chogokin actually recreated his hands spinning into place. Obviously, this has a much more severe limitation. But the other thing is this, again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. For a 1:144 scale kit, they got too ambitious. Because he has fully articulated hands. And there are those hands that are molded onto the sprue, like some of the newer master grades use, and then, and I hate these hands. I'm just going to level with you. I hate these hands. Because I have a problem. That's the problem. That trying to snap the joints, I always have at least one of the fingers pop out as I'm trying to snap the joint so it'll bend properly. And as soon as it pops out once, it's going to happen again and again because it loosens the joint. I hate this. I would have much rather had static hands for Stealth Gao. Or honestly, I should have thought about this, but you can probably just leave these hands off and then just put them on after you transform it. But yeah, so I end up gluing the top cover to the hand because it doesn't want to stay on. We'll get there eventually. Like I said, on a great kit, this is just one of them things that's just so frustrating because it is one of the few things that really grinds my gears. But my griping may also be worse because of that community guideline strike. So, anyway, So, because of this, I've ended up making an X account or Twitter account, whatever you want to call it, and I've sent a thing to Team YouTube to see what I can get done. We'll see what happens. I doubt they're going to care about a nobody like me, but I've been wrong in the past. So, I know the videos for GaoGaiGar started out strong and got sporadic, but long story short, I changed jobs at the end of the month, so my free time should go up exponentially. Now, having said that, now I'm going to be a scumbag. If you want me to make more videos, you can tell me that you like what I'm doing by putting a like, hitting the like button, leaving me a comment, or otherwise engaging with me on X or any of that other stuff. So, still having problems with that hand, so I think we're just going to jump ahead. Okay, and so now we're actually going to start on the actual forearm. So this whole thing fits together in a specific way because basically that piece right there is actually GaoGaiGar's elbow, but that piece also pushes the hand out when it transforms. So we can see fingers are still popping off, handguard's still popping off. Again, I really dislike these hands on a transforming unit. They really should have been static hands, at least for they should have at least had static hands as an option. And like I said, I do eventually glue that handguard on. I glued both of them on. I glued a few other pieces because I got tired of them falling off. The model kits, I usually forgive pieces that fall off because I'd rather them pop off than break. But even I have limits. So, anyway, so I'm trying to angle the hand so it'll fit in a specific orientation. And honestly, this is a lot simpler than it looks. This is a mix of me being stupid, but also not comprehending the instructions. And yes, being stupid and not comprehending the instructions are in fact two separate problems. So we're going to make another cut. Alright, so we can see I finally improved my reading comprehension because now I'm actually getting this put together properly. So that's intended to swing in like so. And then the hand sits back like that. And then we cover it all, we cover down. And it actually does snap together fairly securely once you've got everything lined up properly. The big problem is as you can see, that hand isn't quite right. So parts of it, when you get one side closed, the other side is pushing out. Again, static hands would have made this a lot easier. And the reason the static hands things frustrates me is because you actually get a set of static hands just for his Hell in Heaven attack. So, I'm going to let that go for a while. So, these two pieces are actually fairly ingenious. They actually lock his hand in place in either position. So, as you can see, they slide all the way in, they lock in, and then that pins the hand. It freezes the hand in place. And that just shot out of my fingers. Man, I sounded really country right there. Okay, so you can see it, different sockets. This can only fit in one orientation. But once you have it oriented properly, it slides right on. So then we have these pieces. This is GaoGaiGar's broken arm that he uses for his broken magnum attack, which in essence is just a variation, and it's a hybrid of Mazinger Z's atomic punch. Well, it's basically Great Mazinger's or Majinga's atomic punch. So we put the cover on, and that's basically that arm done. So I'm going to make some adjustments to the fingers so it fits a little better, but we're going to move on because I'm not going to make you sit through this. Okay, so we're going to do some lining real quick just to make these details stand out a bit more. And I think that makes a world of difference. Now, there are a few other places that you could line on this arm, but in all honesty, I think this is the only section that was truly essential, because even though there was that nice molded detail, it was washed out. Or maybe washed out's a good term, because it was just washed out by the red plastic. Because that little bit of lining just brings it to life, I think. And so, as I finish lining this, I think that'll be it for this episode. This one's a little shorter than the others. Thanks for watching. Check out my fiction story, King of Mercenaries, on Fiction Press. Follow me on X. Don't forget to like or comment, and I'll see you for the next video.